Ryan Stevens here with the National Real Estate Post. In Mortgage Shots, I got Valerie Saunders, who's the president of the National Association of Mortgage Brokers. Valerie, how are we doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
How's weather down there in Florida?
Well, looking out my window, it is sunny. I think it's in the upper 70s right now. So no, knock on wood. Hold on. I've got our hurricane season ends in November. So as of right now, there are no hurricanes out there.
So I actually had a very interesting, a very funny thing happen to me the other day. I had a phone call, and it happened to be from the CEO of Fairway Independent Mortgage Company was calling me up. And as he was calling me, I picked up the phone, and I wasn't sure who it was because it was our first conversation we'd ever had. And as I was picking it up, I said, I need to call you right back. And he goes, sure. And the reason I did, and as I was hanging up, I looked over at Kian, and I said, we're having an earthquake right now. So the minute he called... and we had an earthquake, and I'm like, I don't know who this is, but I gotta call you back.
That's just fine.
Yeah, I called back. I called back 10 minutes later, and you know, sure enough, we just had and that had never happened to me before, having lived in California my entire life. But the funny part of that whole thing is yeah, you know, me and Steve Jacobson, we now have a friendship that I'm always going to associate with Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
Luckily, hurricanes, we get a little bit more warning than that. So,
but our earthquakes are generally, they're over before you know it. I mean, you don't remember. But anyways, you know, we just had a conversation a couple of minutes ago and how we're in an election cycle right now, and we all got to go vote, you know, our conscience. We got to go vote with our, you know, with our business. And you were bringing up a point that we don't just need to look at things on a macro level, on a federal level, like who's going to be the next president. And boy, aren't you excited about the options. But really looking at things on a micro level, from a loan officer or realtor's perspective, we really got to look at what's taking place in our county, our parish, and our state. Can you talk to that point specifically as it pertains to the beautiful hurricanes and wonderful earthquakes that we have out here in California and Florida?
Yeah, you know, I was mentioning that, you know, although we should be concerned or focused on who's going to be our next president, or even our next federal legislator, really the state legislative cycles are going to have a much more direct impact on you in a much quicker manner. Here in Florida, our legislature meet only 60 days out of every year. Our session this year starts in January, and a lot's going to happen in a very short period of time. And it's going to probably, if something does happen, whether it's about insurance or mortgage loans or just housing in general, its chances are going to have a much more immediate impact on us and on our consumers, much quicker than will ever happen on a federal level. The wheels move so slowly there you know, anything that's going to change legislatively on a federal level is probably years down the road. And like you mentioned, on a county level too, you know, whether it's your city council person or your state rep or senator, you know, those are the people that are really going to have the direct impact on you.
Right, the things that could affect what's going to take place tomorrow. And frankly, right now, we're kind of in a what the heck is going to happen tomorrow type of mindset in the mortgage and real estate space. You know, one of the things I think everyone's looking at right now is cost. The cost to close a loan is more expensive. The cost to buy a rate now has kind of gone through the roof. But it's all the other ancillary costs as well. You know, we were talking about how, you know, on a state level, the importance of insurance. So insurance in California, not just our homeowners insurance. By the way, if you can even get it. I don't know if it's as bad out there as it is here.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, most of those offering our policies, they just don't exist anymore. There's areas where you can't get homeowners insurance in California. If you can't get that, you can't get a loan. If you can't get a loan, you can't sell your house. So how much of that is going to be addressed on, well, all of it's going to be addressed on a state level. Isn't that true?
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely here in Florida. I mean, we're in an insurance crisis. You know, we last year had a special session just purely on insurance. It's going to be a huge topic this legislative session. I was, you know, mentioning to you earlier that I was, you know, bitching at my auto insurance company on the way to work because my premium went up $180 a month just because of where I live.
Yeah.
You know, nothing to do with anything that I did. It's the luck of the draw. So, and you know, of course, he's like, oh, well, you know, we went to the Florida legislature and, oh, they couldn't really do anything. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, we've talked enough. I'll, you know, see what I can do. But yeah, I mean, we have to hope that the insurance situation can somehow get affected on a state level, because it's definitely not going to get corrected on a national level anytime soon. I mean, flood insurance has been a topic for years and years and years, and they just keep kicking the can down the road. And I don't see that, you know, changing in this congressional session. So,
Right. And out here in California with our fires, I mean, it's just that we have done nothing to move the needle to fix that. So there's a whole bunch of issues that are affecting at a state and a federal level. And I think, with the cost being more expensive for everything, and with deals being few and far in between for loan officers right now, parting with your money, it becomes a very difficult thing to do. So here's my question, just straight up, is why should a loan officer part with their very now hard-earned dollars to support and participate with what NAMB's doing right now?
So I definitely understand that. I mean, I pay my $150 a year dues. It's, I value or respect the value of money for every single person. And, when you're trying to make a decision of where do you spend your money, I understand that we have to make sure that what we're doing to offer our members or potential members provides you the highest value possible. And so what we do is we create relationships and partnerships with a variety of companies, whether that's software providers or LOS systems or CRMs or compliance or, any kind of resource or tool that you can possibly think of that would help you in your day-to-day business. And so we create relationships with them where the purpose is to provide a benefit, a discount to our membership. So you can go to our website and highlight membership and our benefits and discounts page and see all of the relationships that we have created, and we're constantly adding to it. But each one has a primary purpose of providing an intrinsic value, but also a monetary value to you as well, that helps to offset the cost of membership.
And I think that's really important right now. But the other thing is, I always laugh about this, is it's $150. So this last Saturday, I went on a bicycle ride. Gas, $70. Half a tank. Pretty far, it's like an hour drive out. $70 for gas. A bagel, a scone, 2 cups of coffee, $50. ISHIU not. $50.
Wow.
This was outside of Napa, California, so it was pretty expensive, but $50. And then I shared a sandwich with my wife, $26. So $30, $50, $80, that's $150. Ride a bicycle on a road.
Yeah.
I could have a year's NAMB's membership right there and support my industry by doing this. Guys, the point is this. It's very simple. This doesn't cost you a lot of money, and it's going towards a cause that's advocating for you and your profession, which, by the way, if you don't know, this is under attack right now. It honestly is under attack as we sit here and speak. Now, Valerie, the last point here is your next shindig, I understand, is going to be down in Orlando. It's this upcoming January. Tell me a little about that.
Sure. So our next event is NAMB Focus, which, as you mentioned, is in Orlando. It's January 11th to the 13th. And once again, what we're trying to do is we had such wonderful feedback on our speakers from NAMB National in Las Vegas in September, is to take that same momentum and a lot of those same great speakers and bring them to the East Coast and bring them to Florida. Florida's a great place to be in January. The likelihood of it snowing is fairly low, and really low in Orlando. But we're putting together a very robust agenda of a variety of speakers who will provide you takeaways, resources, tools, and education for yourself and your loan originators. We've got Carl White with the Mortgage Marketing Animals. We've got Neil Dingra with the Ford Academy. We have 2 sessions from Freddie Mac. One is like a data analysis session of what does the marketplace look like and where can I get more business. We have another session that's all about how to generate and get ready for the refi market. Refi business is coming back. And we also have Barry Habib, who's going to be giving us an economic forecast for the year. We've got a lot of AI sessions and just anything we can think of. And of course, we also have an educational certification class, our veterans class that's very popular. And we're going to keep building on it. So,
well, that sounds fantastic. So, hey, listen, loan officers, jump on board, join NAMB. It's not going to cost you a whole bunch, and go down to NAMB National in Orlando. It's going to be fantastic. You got Epcot Center and all that good stuff going on down there. They may not have fires, they may not have earthquakes, but your chances of getting eaten by an alligator go up 100% being on the East Coast.
They're pretty lethargic in January, so
y'all got to step on their head. Valerie, hey, listen, thank you for your time, and I look forward to doing this again.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.